The process for analyzing a situation for statute of frauds issues consists of 3 steps. First, you must determine whether the alleged contract is one of the kinds of contracts that are within the statute. If not, there is no statute of frauds issue to worry about. If, however, the alleged contract is within the statute, the second step will be to determine whether the statute is satisfied, meaning, is there a writing that satisfies the requirements of the statute of frauds? If so, then there is no statute of frauds issue to worry about. If there is no writing at all, or if it's debatable whether a particular writing satisfies the statute, then you do have a statute of frauds issue. You'll need to proceed to the third step, which is to determine whether there is an exception to the statute of frauds that applies. If so, then again, you have no statute of frauds defense to worry about. But if the existence of an exception is debatable, you do have to worry about the statute of frauds. So let's look at a hypo. Wholesaler calls up manufacturer on the phone and orders $50,000 worth of widgets. First step, is this transaction within the statute?
Yes. UCC Section 2-201 says the sale of goods worth more than $5,000 is covered by the statute of frauds.
Second step, is there a writing that satisfies the statute? Let's assume when manufacturer received the phone call from wholesaler, he grabbed a company form. The form has the logo of the company on it and spaces to be filled with the item, name of the person or company placing the order, price, quantity, and delivery date. There is also a box for the initials of the person taking the call. Manufacturer fills out the form. Does this form satisfy the statute? The answer is, it depends. Recall that this is a UCC transaction, so we only need a writing that indicates that a sale has been made. The form clearly does that. In fact, that's the purpose of the form, to record the details of the sale. Now, has the form been signed? If manufacturer put his initials in the box, that would constitute signing. But what if he forgot to do that? UCC Section 1-201 defines signed as any symbol executed or adopted in order to authenticate the writing. The company put its logo on the forms to indicate that these are the company's forms. So, the logo would probably satisfy the requirement of signing. But who is the party to be charged? If manufacturer breaches the oral contract by failing to deliver the widget and wholesaler sues manufacturer, then, assuming wholesaler got a copy of the sales form through discovery, the sales form would be a writing that satisfies the statute because A, it is signed by the party to be charged, the manufacturer, and B, it is sufficient to indicate the existence of a contract. Now, the sales form is not a contract. It's just a writing that satisfies the statute of frauds. There would still have to be testimony from the parties to prove the existence of the contract. In other words, manufacturer could still deny there was a contract. He could testify, for example, that he was just taking notes of a proposed deal, but the agreement was never finalized. What the sales form does is remove the statute of frauds as a defense. Now, however, assume wholesaler breached the contract by failing to accept delivery of the widgets or to pay for them. Now, is there a writing that satisfies the statute? Not based on the facts we have. The sales form was signed by manufacturer, but if manufacturer is the plaintiff suing wholesaler, wholesaler is the party to be charged, and wholesaler did not sign the sales form. So wholesaler may raise the statute of frauds as an affirmative defense to manufacturer's lawsuit, and unless there is some other writing signed by wholesaler or an exception to the statute applies, the defense would be successful and manufacturer's suit would be dismissed. The litigation would never get to the question of whether in fact there was a contract, because if the statute is not satisfied and there is no exception, even assuming there was in fact a contract, the statute will render it unenforceable.